Over the killings in Plateau, some young men has been apprehended by the Nigerian army, accused to be involved in a conflict that has led to the loss of lives and properties. According to the Nigerian army, the irate youths in Kerang communities destroyed and looted properties and also attacked the Air Force personnel enforcing the 24-hour curfew in Kerang Mangu in Plateau State. Moreover, a cache of dangerous weapons were seized in the attack. There are also concerns and allegations against the Nigerian army of shielding fulani jihadists that were going about killing Christians and acting as a cover for them. The arrested youths are suspected to be young men resorting to self help and self defense after being irritated by the actions of the military in picking sides in the conflict. Also, there is another report that the 24-hour curfew imposed in Mangu local government as enforced by the military was only applicable in Christian populated areas, but the Fulani Muslim communities did not adhere to the curfew, which helped them to move freely to cause mayhem. It can be confirmed in a gruesome video that showed a Christian being unalived by the Fulani Jihad militia. However, a report from the military says in a shocking act of aggression, the youth of Kerang Mangu launched an assault on our troops deployed to maintain peace and security during the curfew. This attack, which included firing at the troops' patrol vehicles, posed a significant threat to the safety of both the military personnel and the community at large. During the subsequent operation to apprehend the attackers, the military successfully recovered a significant arsenal of weapons. The seized items include one AK-47 rifle, four locally fabricated automatic rifles, one locally made mortar bomb launcher, seven empty shells of 7.62 millimeter, one empty shell of a cartridge, one pistol magazine, 36 Boris, 3 rounds of 7.62 millimeter and 7 rounds of 9 times 19 millimeter. The Nigerian military denounces these reckless and unlawful acts of violence in the strongest possible terms. Such behavior not only endangers the lives of our dedicated troops but also undermines the peace and stability of the entire community. We are committed to upholding the rule of law and will not tolerate any attempt to disrupt the peace and security of the region. The military assures the people of Plateau State that every effort will be made to ensure the safety and security of all law abiding citizens. We call for the cooperation of the community in providing information that may lead to the apprehension of any individuals involved in unlawful activities. The military says they remain committed to working in partnership with the people of Plateau State to foster a peaceful and secure environment for all. Now, looking at reactions, but before reactions, let's look at the accusations on the Nigerian military. If the information we are getting is that the military they are colluding with the terrorists or the Fulani jihadist killers, they are giving them cover. Where would we start from? How would the Nigerian military cooperate with these people? Hence, the people are irritated by the presence of this same Nigerian military. Look at what the Khan chairman in that Mangu local government said. He was bitter and asked that the military should leave their communities because the military giving cover to these jihadists will make these guys go about freely killing people. He said it in a broadcast. The DHQ, the defense headquarters, invited the Khan chairman, as at the last time I read about the report, he refused going because he doesn't believe in the capability of the current Nigerian military formation to deal with the issue. If not, some people believe that there are some persons in the military that are carrying out these attacks in collaboration with the Fulani jihadists. Now, looking at reactions, Anyoma Man says, what I am getting from this post is that you caught the victims who reinforced to defend themselves from terrorist headers who killed people and burnt houses and churches in their community. That Niger guy says, you failed in your primary duty to protect the people and they decided to arm themselves and protect their communities. You turn around to arrest them and seize their weapons so you can give the rampaging Fulani Islamic jihadists leeway to continue their evil. Look at what I was saying. Citizen for Ethical Governance says, you guys apprehended irate youths who are clamoring to defend themselves, while the real perpetrators kill at ease and are left unchecked. That is somehow bias of you people. Dearest Jessica also said, Nigerian army and DSS are not on the side of the people being killed in Plateau. At HQ Nigerian Army, to prove you are not compromising with local Islamic terrorists and imported ones, show Nigerians the pictures or videos of the Islamic terrorists you arrested. At least you intervened to stop the killings. You supposed to have arrested some of them, not those expressing their frustrations on how their loved ones are being butchered. Ogameyo PCFR says, at Nigerian Army, the survivors of the Christmas massacre in Plateau made revelatory comments about the massacre. An eyewitness said he could identify the people, and we are yet to hear about any arrests, probably because the accused are Fulanis. I understand you are more interested in the reprisals than the perpetrators. Newton's third law: to every action, there is an opposite reaction. The people were attacked, and during the attack, they called for help but didn't get it. When the people lose trust and confidence in the institutions of state, self help will always be an option. It seems everybody is speaking my mind. I don't know why this report is underreported by the mainstream media. I don't know why emphasis is not made on holding the institutions that are responsible for bringing peace to the area. I don't know why the mainstream media are not pulling out some of the issues that is causing the mayhem in Plateau State. It is a genocide, as some people refer to it. It is a calculated killing of Christians and reduction of the population of these Christians in those vicinity, chase them away and take over their land. That is what is out there on the internet. That is what people are saying. Let our mainstream media bring in people and professionals, people that are in those terrains, to come and talk on the real cause of insecurity, of the killings in Plateau State, especially Mango local government, one of the biggest local governments in Plateau State. It is believed that this conflict has been there for a very long time, despite all the interference and all the policies, all the actions of the Nigerian military. It still escalates. One thing that brings to mind is the enlisting of repentant Boko Haram terrorists into the Nigerian army and police force. This is a thing of concern to many Nigerians. They don't believe that that tactic will work. How do you enlist repentant terrorists that have killed and ravaged many persons for the past years into the Nigerian security outfit, the Nigerian security force, to fight insecurity? It is laughable. Let's look at more reactions. Obina Ugu says, are you sure these men are not local vigilante defending their land? Go and get the real bandits. You know where they are hiding. Queen B says, I guess it was because they attacked the Air Force personnel that made you intervene. Else, you would have still be sitting on the fence and looking on. You are an enabler and a partner in whatever had happened in Plateau since 24th December 23 until this moment. This is what Nigerians think of their military forces. So the angel says, we have successfully apprehended the perpetrators and seized a cache of dangerous weapons used in the attack. When I read the above and then saw these pics, I begin to scratch my head. But the point is that the military has spoken. The Igbo Times also says, when we say the presence of Nigerian army emboldens these terrorists, this is what we mean. Nigerian army was nowhere to be found after an overnight massacre of 200 people in Mangu, Kerang, and other plateau communities. Now, these defenseless locals stood up and armed themselves to the best they can immediately. The Nigerian army has gained sight and now arrested them. This is just clout chasing. Northerner 2.0 says they were strongly connecting and advocating all the killings in Plateau with specific ethnic groups, but from those pictures, you can identify Fulani. No need to stress the matter. Their faces says it all. Saraki says, judging by their appearances, you can identify them. These are the criminal terrorists responsible for attacking and killing Muslims in Plateau. They even targeted Air Force personnel working to maintain peace. Yet, foolish middle belt influencers on Twitter choose to gaslight, falsely asserting that Muslims are killing Christians. The truth is, it's their own children who are going around killing Muslims in Plateau State. Now, with all these reactions, what is the real cause of the conflict in Plateau? What is the history? What is the genesis, the foundation of Plateau killings, which has spanned for over many years? If not land grabbing, if not communities wanting to assert superiority over other communities. And that is a great future of the supposed Fulani people, which, according to history, they came in as sojourners, dwelt in these lands as foreigners, and somehow found a way to put their foot on those places to take over. They come into the community, before you know it, they assert their authority and they take over that place in the guise of jihadist, whatever. Moreover, we would like from the two sides, from the military, from the Christian community, and from the Fulani community to tell us the cause of this conflict.